Hi, cuties. Welcome back. It's Monday, and I'm so glad I got to talk to so many of you on Friday. That was a lot of fun, and we'll do that again later on this week, okay? Um, are you ready for a joke? Alexa, tell me and my students a joke.
What's the best part about llamas doing improv? The spit takes.
Improv is a type of comedy, and so they were talking about like outtakes, but they called them spit takes because llamas spit a lot. Ugh. All right, so we're about to get started on our language arts lesson, so stay tuned. All right, you guys know the drill. Repeat after me. We will be able to understand pronouns and how to use them. Today we are going over pronouns. So a pronoun is a word that can take the place of a noun. You can use pronouns in your writing so you don't repeat the same noun over and over. So in this first example, it says Sonia rides horses. Instead of saying Sonia is a very good rider, we could just change Sonia to she. She is a very good rider. So that sentence would read Sonia, or I'm sorry, those couple of sentences would read Sonia rides horses. She is a very good rider. We can also talk about subject pronouns that take place of the subject in a sentence. The subject is the part of the sentence that tells whom or what the sentence is about. So, in the original sentence, on this next example, it says, Mr. Alvarez gives writing lessons. So instead of saying Mr. Alvarez, you could change that to he gives writing lessons. The next sentence says, the original one says, the lessons are fun to learn. So instead of saying lessons again, we would say they are fun to learn. So this second example would read, he gives writing lessons. They are fun to learn. Lastly, we can talk about our object pronouns that take the place of nouns that follow action verbs and words, such as to, in, at, on, and for. So, for example, our original sentence says, horses love Mr. Alvarez, but we can change that to say, horses love him. Then that next sentence says, Mr. Alvarez is kind to them, or is kind to horses, but we can use our object pronoun to make it say Mr. Alvarez is kind to them, meaning the horses. So we have singular and plural subject pronouns and object pronouns. So singular would be I, you, he, she, it. So these are like when you're talking about one thing, one person, right? Then we could have singular object pronouns like me, you, him, her, it. Then we could have plural subject pronouns, we, you, they, and plural object pronouns, us, you, them. So we're going to use this information to help us with our assignment for the day, and we'll go over that in just a sec. So for your assignment today, you're going to use the information we just went over, and you're going to answer these 4 questions. So what I'd like you guys to do is on your paper at home, I'd like you to put number 1, and then I'd like you to copy down the sentence. So the sentence is, Sonia has been writing for 6 years. I want you to underline the same word that is underlined. Here on number 1, it's Sonia. And then underneath on the next line, I want you to write her, a big space, it, a big space, and she, so that it looks kind of just like it does here on your assignment. Then I want you to circle the correct word that is bolded, her, it, or she, to represent the correct pronoun to replace Sonia with. So, what I'd like you guys to do is read the sentence. So, Sonia has been writing for 6 years. Then I want you to replace Sonia with each of those words. So, her has been writing for 6 years. It has been writing for 6 years. Or she has been writing for 6 years. I want you to choose the one that makes the most sense, the one that sounds the best, the way that we talk in conversation in regular sentences, okay? Then I want you to do the same thing for number 2, 3, and 4. So I want you to copy down the sentence, copy down the words on the next line, okay? Make sure that you underline the same word that is underlined in the sentence, and then I want you to circle which of the 3 words you could replace the underlined word with. Okay, so you're going to circle the correct pronoun to replace the underlined word. We will be able to understand pronouns and how to use them. All right, cuties, so we just finished our review on pronouns. So now I need you to head on over to Google Classroom, where you will find that first page that we went over on pronouns on our Google Classroom, and you will find the assignment with the 4 questions that you need to copy down on your piece of paper, okay? All you need to do is copy down the sentences. Make sure you're underlining the correct word that they underlined in the sentence. Then on the next line, you're writing those 3 words that you could choose from. You're circling one of the words, and then you'll move to the next question, to question number 2, and then 3, and then 4. Then, once you are done with that assignment, make sure you hit the submit button on Google Classroom. Remember, you don't have to submit anything. You don't have to upload anything. All you have to do is tell me that you completed that assignment at home on your piece of paper at home, okay? Then, after you're done with that, I'd like you to spend 10 to 15 minutes on reading A to Z, okay? Alrighty, we'll see you here in a bit for math.